Now, when you're in a moment where it's like, I feel hurt right now, and your partner goes, well, and says something defensive or on the attack, that reactivity that comes at you, the last thing you want to do is say again, I feel so hurt by what you just said. You're like, well, you Why would you stay in that vulnerable, exposed place of just continuing to feel when you can just go on the attack and protect that part of your heart? So I'm going to see into you. I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong. I'm going to tell you how you're fucking up. I'm going to tell you what you need to do to change, right? And we come at him with the critique and the attack. That's all alpha. And when you bring that energy in any moment, no matter how cleverly you try to disguise it, that penetrative seeing that is that subtle attack or criticism depolarizes your relationship every time if you want to have an alpha partner. You give your alpha partner two options, right? To either collapse under the weight of your judgments or to fight you and resist you and bring alpha back. And then you have a seeing match. I see all the ways you're fucking up, well, I see all the ways you're fucking up. And it's seer. What London and I are describing to you guys is to be the love-driven being in that moment and to stay in the softness of the heart and to trust the heart and to stay in I feel, to feel purely that moment and to reveal your heart, the impact your partner's having on you right in that moment. I feel so sad right now because I'm telling myself that I'm not doing enough. I feel so hurt because I'm trying my best and it feels like it's not working. Can you hear how those are revelations of the heart? That's going to feel like the most vulnerable thing to do. But that's why we gave you the practices that we gave you to practice it when it's not so bad. You practice doing this when things are good, so that when things do get gnarly, you have the strength, the courage, the capacity to trust the truth of your heart and keep feeling in the midst of what your partner's bringing. I feel. And that's what it is to practice Omega through these moments, is to stop going to Alpha because we think Alpha's the only way out. But in fact, Alpha tends to depolarize the relationship and cause conflict, hostility. Your partner becomes defensive in that moment. You learn how to do I feel with skill. You actually begin to invite your partner into your feelings, where your feelings no longer feel like an attack, but they become an invitation that can lead to lovemaking. And we know it's possible because we guide couples through this process on a daily basis and we live it. But it does take these techniques we're describing to you. It takes time to learn how to not let the reactive pattern take over.